Jacksonville, Florida, and the annual site of one of the best rivalries in the sport. Not a lot of distance between the Gators and the Dogs, and once a year they come here close to the state line and draw their own battle lines. And the Gators will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Georgia's offense is on the field for the first time today. This nasty, bitter feud, most of the years carried out on supposedly neutral ground, carries high stakes today.
I'll tell you what's always fun about watching this game between Florida and Georgia is that...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get one.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense understanding this. That QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in. Got inside.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Last time these two met, the big dogs ate as Georgia rolled easily.
And taking care of business in a rivalry game like they did, it means a lot. The bragging rights are even better. I can talk about stalking you out. Speaking of stalk, 2007, Mark Drake getting the team to run on the field, celebrate. Those are the moments that you think about in this series that mean so much.
Yeah, we talked to the Gator coaching staff. They said it felt like Herschel Walker was back toting the rock for the Bulldogs. I mean, they had no answer for Georgia's running game a season ago. And defensively, the Gators know they've got to be a lot more physical in this one.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48 after the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Working that left side now. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter of the space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He took a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Dogs look to keep this drive humming. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. That's a live ball. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, that's the second fumble of the game. That's day one. Like, we go over this, cover each point of the football, tuck it away, don't reach it out from your body. So frustrating for a coach. You draw up all these scripts and all these plays, and the first thing you do the first 2 drives is cough the football.
The Gators will hustle to the line. David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
Ugh. I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean...
And they got him for the sack. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? He gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
Using the quick game. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the... They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
After the misfire, now on second down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. He'll try to do it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Georgia. A great catch and run for 6. And the extra point splits the uprights. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Mississippi State endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Stark Vegas, and the Bulldogs came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's taking the shot. A strike downfield. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gator.
Big-time players make big plays in big games. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. Man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, it's two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades,
he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They're trying to get to it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Georgia sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. And the Gators racing to the line in the hurry up. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Looking to pick up a first down on third and short from the 43. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Quick strike complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. He's looking to throw it. Takes a shot. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Spins away from the defender. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Wants to throw on third down. He's got his man. Touchdown, Florida! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing, to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to it. They get to him as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Got his man on the outside. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They're working that left side. And he could quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Georgia going back to work with another first down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Quarterback checking the play. Back to the air one more time. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Caught over the middle. It's Burks. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Out of the shotgun on third down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass pass. It's incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. He got it.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense will come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit.
Touch pass on the run. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. The Gators are in the hurry-up. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any time in between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up fourth.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt, when you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and you're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator.
Looking deep down the right side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before it's finally stopped. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Pickup of 1 is down at the 11. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He'll keep it himself. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays, but he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. He's got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Oh, it's spotted at the 2. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. They'll go for it here on 4th and short. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do...
Wedges, pushes, and he's over. And in for the touchdown. Now they'll try the 2-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand.
It was a golden opportunity on that 2-point conversion attempt, but he fumbles. You got to have better ball security. They come away with no points.
And here's the return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. This Mike backer showing some versatility. Think he always just has to stay home and play the run? He's bringing the pass rush that time.
No, this ain't old school football anymore, Reese. These guys got to be so athletic, and you see them blitz and run games and all the different things they can do aside from making the calls and being the communicator on defense. These guys are as versatile as it gets.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Gators will call on their punt team. They'll try to really get into this one. On the move, it's Galladay. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
How about that nice run from this junior quarterback? Here's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Quarterback checking off. He's going to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Snap in the shotgun. He'll take another shot here. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bulldog!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
It's caught for the 2. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as as they'll send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sideline. Like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're going to get on top in this game. They're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football for them out of this quarter.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so they can win this game.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. The give to the left side. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just kicking handoffs. He can catch the ball, too. That play, not so much. You got to do a better job reeling it in.
He finds his man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Gators will punt it away on fourth down. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything's working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Got his man quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back in the game.
He got loose, almost passed it, finally tracked down at the 32.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Coming after it. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
How about this defense? This defense is getting after the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable. The third sack of the day. Hard to have a good passing attack when your quarterback's trying to throw from his back.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's loose. And maybe they try to spy on the quarterback, but it just hasn't worked. Another first down. He just keeps gashing them with his feet. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Second and goal for this offense. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. The Gators head quickly to the line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll give it to the back. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
All right, that's when the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. The Gators decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on your feet.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. The Gators sending the offense back to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a win.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are. Just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. They've got the screen set up. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into... And the quarterback is knocked down back to the 13. And the Gators will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one, David. To me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. No gain on 1st down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. Give to the single back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Power football with the run. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You've really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia. They push that lead out. A really good opportunity to get back in the win column. There is little the Dogs enjoy more than sticking it to the Gators, and boy, are they doing it right now.
Yeah, taking care of business. And listen, Georgia prides itself on being a physical unit. Every year, they're going to just pound you and bludgeon you. And Florida has had no response, just like in the last several games in this series. Georgia's just, they got the upper hand.
Georgia's always had talented teams. Certainly that they were very talented back in the day when I played them. The program was in a great place. But because of recent success, they're just at a different level. What they're recruiting, what the expectations are, and they're really showing that here in the second half.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They were able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Bully ball on 3rd and short. The Gators will have a 1st down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own.
The Gators want to crank the tempo. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Makes his connection. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
You know, at this point in the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You've got to be more aggressive in the passing game. You're going to have to just start taking shots.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Down by this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on down. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. He's got it again. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Anytime you play this offense, the challenge is stopping this quarterback from running the ball. You've already seen in this game, he's been able to break off a few runs and do some nice things. That time, though, the defense had his number and tackled him for a loss.
Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. He's looking for an open man on second down. Zings it complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
You've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be third down.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds